Okay, so we're going to have a look at another tool now, and this one will be the investigation checklist. So this tool has evolved over time. It was originally just a basic checklist, and I thought, well, I'll build in a basic case management tool as well. But knowing that a lot of investigators, when they're starting out, the first question they generally ask me is, what case management software should we be using when starting out? And look, honestly, Excel is a very common one for people using, and Word documents or Google Sheets, whatever you want to use. That's fine, but until you get to a larger number of cases at your work. So I think after your first 10 or 20 cases, you should really start looking at case management software, because all the old cases at your work, you're going to have to input into your new software, because the most important database you have is your own. When you get a brand new case coming in, you should be checking your case management software to see if you've worked that particular subject before, or a family member, because it may help you locate them. So I'd say having good case management software is really important, and there's a lot of them out there, and they can be rather expensive. There are some cheaper ones out in the market as well. I mean, there's some where you could spend $500 a month, there's some where you could spend $200 a month, and some where you can spend $50 a month. When you're first starting out, it's good practice to have a good workflow, and that's the idea behind this tool. It gives you some basic cues, and you can add some more things in there as well as you go along, and it helps you develop a very basic report. So it's more of a learning aid, but if you're just starting out in investigations, by all means use it as your case management software. Now, we don't store any information on our servers for you, so it's all localized. You can either save to the web browser, or you can save as a or export a PDF report, or you can also save as a JSON file. So you could work the case today, export the JSON file that's stored on your computer, and then the next day you can upload the JSON file with all that information you already had, and then continue working it, and then again download the JSON file. So we're making it so all the information on your case is actually stored on your own PC. So onto the case tool. We can start off new blank case, which we've got now already, or we can open from a JSON file we've previously worked. Give it an active case name, so we'll say Jane Doe. Stage, it's active, on hold, completed. We've only got a couple there just to not complicate things too much. What the priority is on this case, we can have the due date, so when our client's expecting their report, so we'll say next week. And we can add some tasks in here as well. Now we can add some phone numbers, email, addresses, add employers, some basic stuff there as well, or some custom information there also. So we'll start off with the basics. So details provided by the client. So we've got Jane Smith. We call it Jane Doe over here. Let's be consistent. Jane Smith. Date of birth, so 1970, 0101. The address, we'll say 1 Queen Street, Brisbane. And whatever details the client's given you. So the information our client's given us is up the top here, and we can add some more information as well if we like. So we can add a custom field. It could be employer, add that in there, and ABC Bank, for example. We can add our notes in here as well, so client so basic instructions from the customer, from the client, or whatever we want to put in there. So we can add as many notes as we like. So as we're going along, it could be that we're doing a search on a paid database. So we'd say search on, or you just say paid database. Show the customer. So with new address. Now, how do we know that as a customer? And that's really important as well, as to, first we get a lead from a paid database, but we need to verify, confirm that information is still current. And how do we know this is not just some other person with the same name and date of birth? So we could turn around and say, matched with old phone number at old address. So we know it's the same person because the old phone number, the phone number the client gave us, was also listed at this newer address and name and date of birth matched as well. So the likelihood of another Jane Smith using the same mobile phone, very unlikely, particularly in the same area. So we can add that in there to say, well, this is why we're confident this is their newer address. And now we need to verify that address. So we can type our note in, maybe we called a neighbor, maybe we did some open source intelligence searches, we did some image intelligence and verified the customer's still there via those means. So we add in all of our notes here. We can add in some more phone numbers. So maybe we found a new phone number. Apparently I can't type today. And some notes about that. New number, also listed at new address. And add that note. And we can add email addresses in and so on over the side here, and some more custom types of information we can add in. We can then zoom over to the location where the customer is, and then drop a marker where the new address is. So we can just click add pin, new address. So we've got it there, and we might want to zoom in and just drag that pin to where it actually is. And then we can add some more information down here. And we've got our checklist as well down here. So we've got our tasks to say, what have we done? So we might want to add a new task. We've done a search on a tenancy database. We've done that. We've searched the electoral roll. Get rid of that one. We might say that we've verified employer, so we can tick that off. And as we tick these off, it'll add into our report. So now we can save this to the browser. Maybe we've finished the job, we've added all the information in. We can export the report by clicking on Export Report here, and we can see a very basic report template. And then our checklist tasks are down here to say this is what we've done. And the longitude and latitude of the new address pin will appear there also. So very basic walkthrough on how to use a case tool. Click, play, and explore. Whenever you get new tools, click on them, do random things, and see what happens. That's the best way to learn anything new. But this is to give you a little bit of guidance when you're first working in a case, or even just test cases. Put the information in and verify the leads as you get those leads as well. And you can add to this as well. We might want to say paid database search. And we'll add that to our checklist, and we can tick it to say we've done that. And now that's going to appear on the report as well. So that's Case Tool. Very simple, very easy to navigate. Best thing to do, click, play, explore, and see how you go.